The Philippines is a country full of unique customs, traditions, and daily habits that locals see as completely normal. But to outsiders, some of these things are shocking, surprising, or even mind-blowing. Imagine walking into a store and having the cashier actually bag your groceries with a smile. Seems simple, right? Now picture being in a country where tipping is not expected, where family ties are stronger than bank accounts, and where total strangers call you kuya or ate out of pure respect. For Filipinos, these things are just part of life. But for the rest of the world, it's a whole different story. Stick around as we break down the things that Filipinos think are normal, but actually aren't. You won't believe what's on this list. Chapter 1. The Extreme Hospitality. If you've ever visited the Philippines, you probably noticed something right away. Filipinos will welcome you like family, even if they've just met you. In many countries, people keep to themselves, mind their own business, and don't go out of their way for strangers. But in the Philippines, a foreigner could walk into a random neighborhood and leave with a full belly, new friends, and an invitation to a family party. Filipinos have a culture of generosity called pakikisama, the idea of getting along, of making sure no one feels left out. If a Filipino is eating and someone walks by, they'll say, "Kain tayo," let's eat, even if they barely have enough food. In other places, inviting a stranger to eat with you might seem weird, but here it's a daily thing. And it's not just about food. Need directions? Filipinos won't just tell you, they might actually walk with you to your destination. This level of warmth and hospitality is so natural that most Filipinos don't realize it's rare in other parts of the world. But for visitors, it's one of the biggest shocks. Chapter 2. The Deep Family. Bonds in the West. It's common for kids to move out of their parents' house as soon as they turn 18. They're expected to live on their own, pay their own bills, and be fully independent. But in the Philippines, many people stay with their families well into adulthood, sometimes even after getting married. Filipinos see this as completely normal, but in some cultures, it's viewed as strange or even a sign of laziness. The truth? It's actually about strong family values. Here, taking care of your family isn't just a duty, it's a way of life. Parents support their children for as long as they need, and in return, children take care of their parents when they grow old. This is why the idea of putting elderly parents in nursing homes is unthinkable for most Filipinos. In many Western countries, senior citizens often live alone or in retirement facilities. But in the Philippines, grandparents stay with their families surrounded by love, respect, and care. Chapter 3. No tipping culture in places like the U.S. Tipping is a big deal. Forget to tip your waiter? You might get a dirty look or worse, bad service next time. But in the Philippines, tipping is not required. It's appreciated, sure, but most people won't expect extra cash for doing their job. This is shocking to many foreigners, especially those from countries where tips are almost mandatory. Here, people provide good service not because they're expecting a tip, but because they genuinely care about treating customers well. Even in small restaurants, servers will still give you a warm smile even if you don't leave a peso extra. Now compare that to the West, where tipping less than 15% can sometimes be seen as an insult. Filipinos see this as normal, but to outsiders, it's a refreshing change. Chapter 4. Strangers calling you kuya and ate. If you're in the Philippines, don't be surprised if random people call you kuya, older brother, or ate, older sister. This isn't just a nickname, it's a deep cultural sign of respect and connection. Imagine walking into a shop and the cashier greets you with a friendly, "Ano pong order niyo, kuya?" What's your order, big brother? In other countries, strangers don't really address each other with familiar terms. But in the Philippines, it's second nature. Even service workers, jeepney drivers, street vendors, mall employees, will use po and opo when speaking to older people, another small but meaningful way Filipinos show respect. For locals, this is nothing unusual. But for a foreigner who's used to being just another customer or sir, it's a game changer. Chapter 5. The Love for Sari-Sari Stores. In most developed countries, if you need something from the store, you drive to a big supermarket. But in the Philippines, the sari-sari store, small neighborhood shop, is king. Scattered across every street corner, sari-sari stores sell everything, from snacks and drinks to shampoo sold in tiny sachets. Why sachets? Because not everyone buys in bulk here. Many people purchase only what they need for the day. It's a completely different way of shopping compared to the West, where bulk buying is common. But in the Philippines, these small stores bring communities together. They're not just shops. They're places where people gather, gossip, and build friendships. Chapter 6. The unmatched love for karaoke in the Philippines. Singing isn't just a hobby, it's a national pastime. Walk through any neighborhood and you'll hear someone belting out a power ballad, even if it's just a regular Tuesday night. Filipinos love karaoke, and it's not just for parties. Birthdays, family gatherings, even random weekends. There's always an excuse to grab a mic and sing your heart out. And here's the crazy part. Filipinos don't just sing, they take it seriously. Scoring a perfect 100 on a karaoke machine is an achievement worth celebrating. In many parts of the world, singing in public, especially if you're not a professional, is embarrassing. But in the Philippines, even if you can't sing, you're still expected to get up and perform. It's all about having fun, and that's what makes it special. Chapter 7. The easygoing bahala na attitude. One of the most fascinating things about Filipinos is their ability to stay calm under pressure. There's a popular phrase here, bahala na. It roughly translates to whatever happens, happens. While some see this as being too laid back, it's actually a cultural mindset that helps Filipinos deal with life's uncertainties. Natural disasters, financial struggles, personal hardships, Filipinos face it all with a smile and a bahala na attitude. In many countries, stress is a daily part of life. People worry, overplan, and constantly stress about the future. But in the Philippines, there's a sense of trust that things will work out in the end. It's something that many foreigners admire and eventually adopt. The Philippines is full of everyday customs that Filipinos see as completely normal, but to outsiders, they're anything but ordinary. From extreme hospitality and family-first values to a deep love for karaoke and a laid-back outlook on life, these unique cultural habits make the Philippines one of the most welcoming places on earth. So which of these Filipino customs surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating content about life in the Philippines. See you in the next video.